Hey guys, it's Panda here, and today I want to try something a little bit different. I've talked about my favorite zones in World of Warcraft before, but today I wanted to talk about just some unique ones as a whole. This video isn't really a top 10 list, nor is it like a personal favorite list. Rather, it's simply just a list of some unique zones that I personally encountered through my time of playing the game. Which, of course, is, during Legion. That's when I just started, but that's the point. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get started. The first zone I want to talk about is a bit of an odd choice, but we're just going to go with it anyway, and that is Silithus. The version of it before Zangarcy kind of raped the place. It's kind of an odd choice, I'll say it again, but I just feel like Silithus is a very unique place. There's a bunch of these Silithid bug things sprouting from the ground in the form of bug-hive things, and many other similar things, from bugs to tornadoes to the things of the Twilight Hammer for some reason being there. But it just feels like a zone that's more like a living being. Like, it's legitimately, I just feel like it's something that I feel like I'm walking on top of like a turtle shell or something, kind of like the Wandering Isle, in a way. I also can't forget the massive temple of Anchorage sitting somewhere in the south of the zone, adding more to that feeling. And that's why I put it in this list, because it just feels like a living being with so much history. It's insane, man. And, well, because I don't like bugs. Moving on.
I need a target.
Next, I want to talk about another zone that's been around a lot longer than Silithus. Well, maybe, I don't know. And that is Zangarcy, if I'm pronouncing that right, probably not. Or as I usually call it, the Mushroom Zone. Better known as the Zangarcy in Draenor, Zan is very unique because of its rich history. There's a lot of rich history I can go into, but you can look on Wowhead later if you want to do that. Its questing? Yeah, apparently. Its quests are very well paced. I love the story that the zone has to offer. But a lot of people are going to tell me, well, it's like Eastern Plaguelands, because Eastern Plaguelands has mushrooms too. Why are you comparing it to that? Because I don't care. Okay, let's just move on. Originally, the zone was technically underwater, sort of, in history, as seen from Draenor, because, Zangarcy over here. But I just love this place. Like, really, I do. And that's why I put it in this list. The next place I want to talk about is Blade's Edge Mountain. Now, this area is, well, it's a little bit complicated, but I'll explain it briefly. I love it because, well, there's literally spikes, as the name entails, Blade's Edge. The entire zone's walls are basically giant spikes that are supposed to resemble blades, like the things you'd see surrounding a little Horde flight path in some of your favorite Horde zones in Kalimdor, or something like that. It always gave me a thought that the zone was basically owned by the Horde, or at war where the Horde and Alliance, kind of like now in Battle for Azeroth, say, when the Horde and Alliance are kind of assaulting each other. It feels barren, with the zones filled with dusty canyons, and learning what the Legion is doing there is very great for storytelling. I did love that when I quested there. And it's why I put it on the list, because there's just so much stuff in this zone that I just truly loved. The next zone I want to talk about is, surprisingly enough, is Deepholm. Deepholm being one of the 4 elemental planes, this place has a lot of story behind it, especially because, well, elemental planes and whatnot. The place also just looks really cool, with rocks that are breaking apart and forming back together for some reason, because, we need some kind of science thing somehow fixed on an MMORPG, and just everything alone in the zone makes you know that, hey, Deathwing is here. We're trying to fix the thing that this loser did to our planet, But I just love this place. It's fun to explore. It's really good looking, and that's why I put it on this list, because it's just so unique. It feels like Blade's Edge with a lot of spikes, but it's made out of, like, crystals and rocks and all these unique places that I just really, really love. And now, it's time to screw everyone, as I talk about the Eastern Plaguelands. Oh man, this zone, it has a lot to offer ever since pretty much like vanilla WoW. From being a very well-known classic world PvP area back in vanilla, because it was the top level 60 zone back then, to the zone being full of undead monsters due to the Lich King and everything from Wrath and everything. The Argent Dawn is, trying to assault them, but not actually, because, they're failing. We're trying over here to defend Darrowshire and everything, all that. That's great. And then all the events leading up to the purging of Stratholme, which I thought was really cool. And to even the zone being the original place for the original vanilla Nox Remus raid, because I'm pretty sure you had to go into Stratholme before that in the first place. This zone pretty much had everything. Its atmosphere was very dark, very spooky, and awesome at the same time. And it's why I put it in my list, because it just had everything. Next, I want to talk about another zone that I found unique while questing, and that is the Dread Wastes. This zone just kinda always made me nervous. Really, it did. It might sound shocking. I want you to picture something here. Imagine the environment of, for example, Townlung Steppes, and grassy fields and packed with like super large, healthy trees, for example. Picture that basically the opposite, a twisted, upside-down version of Townlung Steppes. Blue and purple colors surrounding the place and everything, with fear running through your body and stuff. And let's not forget the Calaxy. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. They're back because we gotta bring it back. They're back because they want to bring fear into, the Heart of Fear, because Heart of Fear itself. It's a zone that I still visit very much today because I just love getting the creeps to this zone. Like I've said it before. Like maybe like an Alliance player might be trying to sneak up like back or something. I feel kind of the same way in this zone. It's just very eerie. Lastly, and pretty much the last zone I want to mention for this video, is Vol'dun. I wanted to talk about Vol'dun because, even though it's a mastermind for the famous Dolly and Dot theme song, it's not the only reason why I love this place. I kind of imagine a zone to be one massive fossil. Kind of like, you see like in a museum. Just picture the entire zone one museum. With dinosaur bones and pretty much skeletons scattered throughout the dunes of the zone, which I found really cool. There's a literal abandoned temple somewhere, which is of course called Atulamon, because we need that. And there's so much more in this zone that I just really, really love. Minus Dolly and Dot though. This zone is just really cool. I love it. It feels like a natural history museum due to the dinosaur bones, the abandoned temple, and apparently in ancient lore, Vol'dun was technically a tropical forest. If I'm reading that right, I might be wrong. But that's why I love this, and I put it on my list. Well, that is pretty much it. As I said before, this isn't really a top 10 list, nor is it some kind of rating scale of certain things, but it's just a list of some of the zones I've encountered myself that are unique in some way, whether that be their design, questing, or just overall atmosphere that makes them stand out from different zones. If I didn't mention everything in this video, or maybe I missed out some zones that are also unique, then comment them down below. Maybe I can make a part 2 to this video, because I know there's definitely a lot of zones in WoW, and I feel like I could have missed a few, so if you want, comment down below all you want. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, again, make sure you comment down below if you want to see more videos like this one, and make sure you leave a like for, again, if you enjoyed it. But that's pretty much it, and I will see you guys hopefully soon. Later!